Introducing the new AEW World Champion, Hangman Adam Page!
Here comes the champ.
What a great moment in this state where he was born, where he lives.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and stop you right there. I didn't deserve it, I effing earned it. I know that this championship carries a lot of weight. And I know that it means a lot of responsibility. After Full Gear, I know that responsibility next is the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson defeated Miro in the finals of the AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament to earn his shot at Hangman Adam Page.
Congratulations, Hangman Adam Page. To be fair, I'm a little surprised and disappointed that it's not Kenny Omega standing across the ring from me right now.
Well, you're right, it's not Kenny Omega because I beat his ass at Full Gear. If I'm not mistaken, I managed to do it in less than 30 minutes.
I'm out here wrestling every week and you're just out here flapping your gums. Hey, some people celebrate like that. When I won the World Championship at WrestleMania, I wrestled the very next day. I wrestled the very next day.
Uh-oh, here we go. It's boiling over between the champion and the number one contender.
They know I'd kick his ass. There's no way that they'd let him go.
Whoa, Hangman Adam Page, the champion, all over the number one contender.
You know what? I came out here to congratulate Hangman Adam Page, and because of his behavior, I ended up kicking his head in. I don't know when it will be, but until I fight Adam Page for the AEW World Championship, I'm gonna take every member of the Dark Order and kick all their heads in. I hear there's a Dark Order member who's actually from Chicago. So guess what? Colt Cabana, if you've got any nuts, I'm gonna kick your head in Chicago next week.
We've just spent 10 days on the road, and I'm sick as shit. You wanna watch our story? We're presenting to you now.
In the early 2000s, in our early 20s, Bryan and I were on every single show imaginable. We crossed paths constantly.
I love doing Ring of Honor TV. I love being able to be an independent wrestler and be on national television.
You gotta think about the small locker rooms, the small towns, the small crowds, tiny audiences, shitty pay. We just did it because we loved it.
But I warn you, camera, that when I sneeze with my eyes open, for some reason I cannot cover my mouth.
Two kids that did it for a passion now still get to do it for a passion, but on such a bigger scale. It's wild for me to think about it, but now you think about the different aspects of this. Bryan has an agenda. Bryan wants to be the world champion, and you cannot blame him. But here's the reality of it. My friend, my buddy, the person that I have his back, Hangman Adam Page, is the champion. I am not wrestling this match so I can go on to become a champion. I came into AEW a little bit lost, and Brody put out his hand, and he told me about family. He told me about a connection between wrestlers, having each other's back, being there for each other. But my mental stance isn't the same as when I was 20 years old. I'm here playing a part. I'm part of a team. I've joined a team. We have promised to Hangman Adam Page that we will have his back. Bryan all of a sudden has some odd attitude, thinks he can run through all of us. Well, I'm gonna put a stop to that. I'm gonna put him in his place. And I'm gonna do that not because I have to beat him, but I'm gonna do that for our champion.
Tony, Wednesday Night Dynamite, Thanksgiving Eve, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, man.
And I couldn't think of a better way to spend it than by beating up CM Punk in his hometown.
Stakes are always high when you're in your hometown, and it doesn't quite matter who you are. But CM Punk in Chicago, name higher stakes.
Punk, I know you're probably going to want to walk away from this challenge like you've basically walked away from everything else in your past. Why don't you do yourself a favor? In fact, why don't you do all of Chicago a favor? And come to Dynamite and fight me like the man you have these Windy City morons actually believing you really are.
QT, show up. And you bring Comerato, you bring Solo, you bring a go-go, but bring that bad attitude of yours and bring a hefty appetite.
Unless, of course, you're worried I'm going to embarrass you and put you to sleep in your hometown.
You bit off more than you could chew coming into my backyard, Chicago, Illinois, the day before Thanksgiving. We're going to find out who the turkey is.
Thunder Rosa, think you're tough, do you? Huh? Think you're hard, do you? Getting in my face talking shit. Your stupid face paint waving your flag. Nah. When we met in the ring years ago, I was merely a girl. I'm a real woman now. I didn't come here to lose. And I certainly didn't come here to lose to you in the quarterfinal of the TBS Women's Championship. I am going to take that belt with my hands and be crowned the first ever TBS Women's Championship. You know, I hit harder than anyone out the back out. I didn't come here to play second fiddle. I didn't come here to be a walk behind. And I certainly didn't come here to lose to you.